Hey, Steve Magnante here at High Octane Classics in Auburn, Massachusetts with a fun little red pickup truck. No, it's not a Dodge Little Red Express, but it is a 79. It's a Ford F100. It's a half-tonner, light duty, and in fact, when it comes to pickup trucks, the more collectible ones tend to be more like cars. You know, 3/4 tonners and 1 tonners, 4-wheel drives, the big ones are less car-like. The F100s like this are kind of snack size. It's like a half-ton car, and it's a great one. This is a factory red truck, and 1979 was the first year that rectangular headlights were standard on all Ford pickup trucks. They kind of made their appearance in 1978, but only on upper-level vehicles. The base pickup still had the round headlights, but again, 79, all square lights. It was a big deal at the time. Under the hood, okay, this one has the 302, which was the base V8. In the F100. Believe it or not, you could get a 460 big block in an F100 in 1979 for the last time. But again, that's a lot of engine. Now this one has been modified a little bit. I see add-on air conditioning, nothing wrong with that. Keep you nice and cool on a hot day. Also an Edelbrock intake manifold with a Phi-Tech 4 Venturi fuel injection. Yep, electronic fuel injection versus the carburetor this would have had when it was new. But very pristine and clean under the engine bay. The original galvanized inner fender liners are absolutely correct. And at this time, Ford was working to fight rust, and the galvanized panels were part of their visual and functional package to remind buyers that the truck wasn't going to rust out. This is a good solid example too. Nice to see the original jack sitting right here. Of course, it does have power steering and power disc brakes up front, as did all 6th generation Ford trucks from 1973 up through 79. And again, this is a 6th generation F-Series pickup. The first one's in 1948. And of course, I think we're working on a 13th generation now in 2022. But here we have it, the F100 half-ton short bed 2-wheel driver. Inside, very nice preservation. I believe that is the original interior. Looks very clean. Of course, the C6 automatic column shifter, factory heater inside. It's got an aftermarket Pioneer AM/FM, probably a CD player. Nice thing. And of course, the speedometer on this reached to 80 miles per hour, which was the second year for the federally mandated 80 or 85 mile per hour maximum, which was designed to help America save fuel by driving slower. Big Brother is here to help. But there it is, very original. There's the controller for the electronic fuel injection right there. It is dialed in, ready to go, but if you want to toy with it, you can. Just push the buttons, but nice running truck. I've seen it run and drive. Now this one is, again, a half-ton, short bed, 2-wheel drive. Gotta love the 9-inch rear axle, the nice American Racing torque thrust wheels, which give it a bit of sporty edge. And just a nice example. It has been resprayed once, but in the bed, the original paint still exists. And we can see that the floor of the bed is minimally used. This truck went through life being cared for. And the nice thing about it is all the original paperwork is still here, including the original owner's manual, 1979. And something we found in this, which is kind of sweet, really, is the original buyer right here got our truck January 29th, 1979. It sure was a fine morning, but oh, what rain, or it went to rain before we got home. Snow was on ground, January 20th, 1979. And this truck, again, speaking of that snow, was sold new in Tennessee. Here it is right here, Vincent Ford, Gainesboro, Tennessee. So to have snow on the ground in Tennessee, well, a little bit out of season, out of place. But again, very original. Here is an original specification sheet. This is not the window sticker. There's no pricing information, but there it is right there with all the bits and options on this truck. And this is absolutely from this truck. Vincent Ford right there, Gainesboro, Tennessee. And other things here, of course, consumer information right here, describing wheelbase characteristics. And it says here, your truck is not recommended for carrying slide-in campers, as if you would try to put a slide-in camper on a 100 series pickup. But there it is. This is the stuff that's all very original, including the original owner card. This is called a Certa card in Mopar land, et cetera, et cetera. But there it is right there with Haskell Holder, the original buyer of this truck. Again, all of this nice stuff goes with it. Some weird things here. These are IBM punch cards. Remember these things? For quality control and for the factory weighing. And these are things that came with the truck from Ford. Quite often the dealership will take this stuff and toss it, but not here. This fellow must have been in love with this truck. It's nice. He wrote a little note, brought my truck home, and it's nice that it's all there and all original. and well preserved. And the beauty is, again, this truck is ready to be driven with the fuel injection, little 302 engine, the automatic. Certainly enough power here to put a smile on your face, no doubt about that. Lay some rubber if you choose, or just cruise gently. And again, it's red, chrome wheels, a lot to like. Now, this truck can be purchased with as little as 10% down, and High Octane Classics is happy to accept trades. They'll consider airplanes, cars, anything you might have with wheels or wings. It's all fair game to be considered. And High Octane Classics does deliver vehicles to work, school, etc. So that's all quite possible. And keep in mind too that High Octane Classics is always looking to buy vehicles. So if you have 1 or 50 vehicles that you might want to sell, well, give them a call at 508-859-4515 and learn more about this really well-preserved 1979 Ford F100 half-ton final version of the 6th generation F-Series pickup 79 right here, small block V8 automatic. Check it out on the High Octane Classics website.